Happy Friday. It's your boy Dano. Hey man, I just wanted to say everybody that came out and enjoyed the live last night with Ron Moorhead and Daryl Denton, thank you so much. They had a good time. They were really appreciative of all the questions that you guys had out there. So again, thank you so much. Tomorrow night, 8:30 Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 Mountain, and 6:30 Pacific. I'll be going live. Tentatively, I'm going to be talking about the Ape Canyon incident. Did some searching and actually found the actual article from 1924 dated July 13th. And then interesting, I found another article that referenced the July 13th, 1924 article 3 days later, so July 16th. So I'm super stoked about that. Greetings from Fargo, North Dakota. Hey, Seven, I just want to let you know, man, when I moved back to Washington State from Tennessee after I graduated high school, one of my stopovers were in Fargo, and I was 18 at the time, and me and like 3 other people got lost in Fargo. We did. We had to ask directions back to the bus stop. So, but hey, what's up, Jeff? Good to see you. Pork chops and applesauce. What's up, brother? Ashes, what's good, my dude? But anyway, so tomorrow night, you guys, I'm going to be going over the Ape Canyon incident. If anybody has anything pertaining to that, by all means, hit me up, shoot me an email, the Cryptid Podcast 72@gmail.com. Just give me a little more documentation that I already have. I actually have the actual newspaper article in the Oregonian, I think that's how you say it, the July 13th, 1924 article, and then a follow-up article, so to speak, July 16th, 1924. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Rod, what's up, brother? Doug, what's going on? So, yeah, I'm going to be, I'll have, looks like I'll have Sabrina on with me tomorrow night. I think we're going to have another story about a lizard man attack that was a few years ago. I'm still trying to find some pictures that I can use to show you the damage to this car. This is some crazy, crazy damage. And I'm also going to see if I can find the same newspaper article for where it was described or reported as well for that incident. Yeah, so if there's any ideas or any things that you would like to hear for tomorrow night's live, let me know. Again, the times for the live is going to be 6:30 Pacific, 7:30 Mountain, 8:30 Central, and 9:30 Eastern. Just letting you guys know for there. Jeff, if you're still there, which I hope you are, send me a message. All of next month is pretty much wide open, so whatever day you have available to come on the show, let me know. We'll get that going as well. I'm working on a few other guests. I'm just going to give you guys a little hint. I'm working on two Hollywood stars to come on the show. So far, my first and second attempts have gone unreplied to, I guess you could say. First one is Rob Lowell, and then the second one is Jack Osborne, Ozzy Osbourne's son. So, yeah, I'm working on those. I got to see if I can reach out to him again. Again, these guys are pretty busy. So with everything that they've got going on in their lives, I'm probably going to have to try to find like an assistant or someone like that I can reach out to. But also this fall, it looks like I have a tentative booking for another person that I've been trying to get a hold of. I'm not going to tell you who that is. And I've got what's up, Renee? How you doing? Rick, what's going on? I've got my co-host Sabrina to thank for that booking. So not sure exactly when in the fall, but I'm going to try. So you guys, here is my goal. My goal is to have at least 5,000 subscribers by December 31st, 2025. Girly Bigfooter, what's going on? Have not seen you in a while. How are things going? So if there's any other guests out there that you guys would like to see me try to get a hold of, let me know. I'm also thinking about doing, I might mix it up. I'm going to try to mix it up with live interviews as well as pre-recorded. So, Sybil Irwin. Is it Varix? Varix, I don't know who that is. Send me an email, the Cryptid Podcast 72@gmail.com, and let me know who that is. I'll also look them up. Right, guys, I'm driving right now, so I can't really get in there and look like I'd love to. What's the sub count? You guys, right now my sub count is I'm just under 2,800. Just under 2,800. So I need what? Let's do some math. 2,200 more. We'll say 2,200 more, and get that by the end of the year. So might be a troll. Who's a troll? Okay, Renee says Sybil is awesome. So anybody who knows who Sybil is, please shoot me an email. The Cryptid Podcast 72@gmail.com. And guys, yeah, hit me up on email. You guys feel free to hit me up on email. If we're friends on Facebook, send me a message in Messenger and just kind of show me a list of names that you'd like to see on the show. I'm going to reach out again to another person that I had on early on in the podcast and see if I can get them to come back on. I watch this person quite often. I'm also working on a couple of other people, other podcasters that are actually going out and doing field research and stuff like that. So I find myself finding them more interesting than I at first did, because when I first started the channel, I really didn't want to have other podcasters on, and I didn't really want to have like the quote-unquote field researchers on, because a lot of people are saying, oh, I want to hear real stories from real people. And then I'm like, you know what? These are real people. These are the people who are going to have some of the best stories, because they're boots on the ground and they're really getting in there. They're spending overnights. They're spending days, if not weeks at a time, in areas and locations that, quite honestly, I would never go. Well, I'm thinking about going out and do some field research, but the thing is this, guys, it's a little hard for me to get out there, not because of physical ability, but because of a mental block. And the reason is, it's my last encounter. I mean, it messed me up that bad. That's why I don't go deep in the woods. I don't go off the beaten path. So, but you know what? I'm finding that mental wall, that mental block. I find it breaking down more and more as I do this and hearing people's stories and things like that. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna. It's a great resource. Play some Sabbath. Mark, what do you mean play some Sabbath while I'm out there researching? I mean, I would definitely. Would they like Sabbath? I don't know. I know the ones when on the property my brother and my dad and I lived on, when we would put the speakers out on the deck, we played a lot of like Motown. We played like 60s, 70s music, sometimes 80s music. We played doo-wop because my dad had a lot of doo-wop music, things like that. and they seem to enjoy it. So you never know, you know. So, but yeah, if you guys have any names of any people you would like me to try to reach out to, and if you have any contact info for those people, by all means, send me an email at the Cryptid Podcast 72@gmail.com, or for friends on Facebook, send me a message in Messenger, and yeah, I'll get on that. So what has everybody got going on this weekend? Hopefully tomorrow night, you guys will be tuning in to the Cryptid Podcast for our live show. I'm from 702. Okay, Mark, I don't know where 702 is. I know 619 is San Diego. I know 612 is like Minneapolis and things like that. Vegas. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Let me ask you this, Mr. Hammond. Have you ever seen any of those unmarked airplanes, like airliners, fly in and out of Las Vegas International Airport or whatever it's called? And if you know which ones I'm talking about. And do you know where they go? Because I know where they go. I know where they go. Yeah, I'm sitting in traffic, y'all. You've seen a UFO tailed by a jet skier slowly. So what do you mean? So the jet skier was out on the lake and a UFO was tailing it? This is my Yeti, by the way. Yeah. So I've been kind of busy on Reddit trying to get people with encounters, see if they want to come on the show. I'm really going after also a lot of trying to get some military guys to come on, either active or retired, or no longer active, like veterans, if they could want to come on the show with any encounters. I read a really, really interesting encounter that happened in 2008. I think this guy was in the Marine Corps, and they were in Iraq. They were near the border of Iran, and he saw like this giant hyena dog looking thing, and he said it just stood there, looked at him, and bared its teeth, and then just turned around and walked off into the darkness. So I reached out to him to see if he'll come on. Trying to get a hold of some other people over around McCord Air Force Base and Fort Lewis. Yeah, I'm just throwing stuff out there, trying to get people to come on the show. Because, guys, like I said, I got that goal, 5,000 by the end of the year. Now, if I burst through that, I'm all about just going through there. A long shot goal is I'd love to have 10,000 before the end of the year. So that would put me in at about 14 months having the Nellis Air Force Base. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm all about UFOs as well, you guys. This is what I'm actually, because the cryptids, every single cryptid out there, every single cryptid, except for like the Florida swamp Black Panthers or whatever. I've seen Black Panthers before. To me, they're not intriguing. I don't believe DNR when they say, oh, there's no panthers or no cougars or no bears in this area. And then I talk to a lot of people, like there absolutely are cougars or panthers or bears and so whatever. So that's not fascinating to me. I mean, we all want to talk about Bigfoot, Dogman, Kushtaka, aka Otterman, the Jersey Devil, Mothman, things like that. Those are the type of things I like to bring people. Well, Girly, then you and your friend need to come back on. You guys need to come back on, and that's what we need to talk about, that, because I want UFO encounters, Chupacabra. I'm trying to get a hold of the host of Wartime Stories to see if he'll come on, if he's had any encounters, or he can direct me to anybody that's had any encounters. I've talked with Jeremiah Byron. He's helped me out. Bigfoot Michigan Rob, he said he'll get me contact with a couple of people. Okay, Mark, send me an email, thecryptidpodcast72@gmail.com, and I would love to hear about those sightings. I've had probably 4 or 5 UFO encounters on the channel. I've had a couple of alien encounters, and they didn't really do the best, but I would definitely still like to get more UFO on there, because there's too many reports of Bigfoot sightings than with a UFO kicker. They see a craft come out of the air, a beam shoots down, and then it just shoots away, or Sasquatch runs off into an area, next thing you know, there's an aircraft lifting up out of the air, or up into the air. So yep. Hey, Renee, absolutely. I mean, I'll cover that story. I just watched that again. I've seen that like 4 times on the same channel, and that is some of the scariest stuff that I've ever heard. So I'm going to I guess I should talk about that. You think I should talk about that, Renee? So Mark, what do you mean it's either us or them? You mean it's either extraterrestrials following the jet, or it's us following the jet using a captured craft, or a reverse engineered craft? Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you. Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, man, I do not put anything past the U.S. government when it comes to UFOs, especially when they've acknowledged their existence. For the longest time, all you saw was a weather balloon, or you saw a weird, weather phenomenon, or something like that, I've seen it left Nellis. You saw it leave Nellis. If I'm not mistaken, isn't Nellis? Well, I know Nellis is the home of the Air Force Thunderbirds. I know that. But isn't Nellis reportedly supposed to have captured spacecraft, or recovered spacecraft? So lovely. Yes, I live in the east side. Okay, cool. If you've got any pictures, send them to me, man. And if you'd like to come on the show, again, send me an email, cryptidpodcast72@gmail.com. What do you guys think about that May 18th sighting in Monroe, Michigan, where father and son, they were fishing and they saw a Sasquatch? His name's Edward Henry, from what I understand. That's the father's name. I've reached out to his wife via Messenger, and it's gone unread. So I don't know, because of this, because it just went crazy. She's not answering anything, and I think it's his sister or his niece. It's a relative of his. I was going to reach out to them, and they had posted the story, and then what they posted above the story was just in capital letters, enough. So I think people are blowing her up as well, trying to get a hold of Edward to see if he's willing to go on a show and and talk about his encounter. I would love to hear about it. I'm not gonna push the subject at all, though. Tim Baker been on yet? No, Tim Baker has not been on yet. I do know that name. I think I've just heard it in circles, but I'd like to know more. So, Vicky, what's up from Ohio? How you doing? Yeah, you guys, there's an accident I just passed, I'm telling you. And I'm pretty sure what's going on is that there's going to be another accident because you got a bunch of rubberneckers over here. Bennington. What about Bennington, girly? Oh, Kumbo? I do not have any contacts with Kumbo. From what I understand, I mean, I think he's going to be at the August Bigfoot conference, Cryptid conference in August in Tennessee, the one I plan on going to. So hopefully I'll get a chance to meet him there. I know Daryl's going to be there. Daryl and I are going to meet up while I'm there. And so read above. I can't really read above because I'm driving. I can't scroll. So, but yeah. So Kimbo Baker, I'd love to have him on. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos with him on there. I'm super, super excited if I get to that conference, which I hope to get to meet him and a bunch of other people. And again, you guys, I'm not going as a guest. I'm not going as a speaker. I'm going as a regular person to my very first Bigfoot conference, and just to hope meet people, network, things like that. Man, look at Jason. I'll tell you right now, Jason is a big fan, man. I'm telling you. Jason's a big fan, and he blows up the comments, which is great. You guys get in on one of the episodes, please comment. You know, just don't hesitate to comment, because it's definitely helps the algorithm, and hit the likes and stuff. Oh, the Bennington Triangle in Vermont. I'll look that up. You know what? I just read about that today. Well, not that itself, but I saw it mentioned in something I was reading. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that. So who thinks they have the worst drivers where they live? 'Cause I'll tell you right now, where I live here in Minnesota, man, I got a bunch of a-hole drivers, I'm telling you. So, oh, are you? Cool. Yeah, I wanted to go to the one that's up here in Minnesota, but you know how much they want for like VIP? $350. And this is what VIP gets you, okay? This is what VIP gets you. It gets you an aisle seat. It gets you in like one of the guest speakers' dinners or breakfast or both. But when you go to these dinners and these breakfasts, you've got to buy your own drinks and you buy your own food. So I don't understand. I don't understand how why I'm paying $350 for an aisle seat and for the ability to sit down and buy my own meal and my own drinks in the same room or restaurant as guest speakers. I don't get it. So as much as I would like to go to that, I will not go to that, because I feel I'm getting pinched. And again, that I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but what I'm saying is that's my feeling. So let you know that Josh and I were working on a conference as well. Hopefully we'll get that going next year. And I see exactly. I would pay $350. $50. I've seen the highest I've seen that I would pay is $100. That's the most I would pay. I don't have a problem paying $100, especially if it involves certain things and not just a seat, and to get to eat a meal in the same room or same restaurant as ordinary people like you and me. Yeah, Jeff, 100%. Hey, what's up, Guitar Freak? I'm sorry, I'll leave. You don't. What do you gotta leave? You ain't leaving nothing, man. I hope you're here, brother. I would love. What? I saw Mothman plugging. So, but yeah, I mean, so I'm super excited about the one in August. I think because it's a Saturday, so I'd be there Saturday and then I'd leave early Sunday morning so I can get back. But I'll probably be in that area. Like, I'm probably gonna leave my house like Wednesday, jet down, see some friends, spend the day with them, and then head on over and be there. You know, hopefully get my hotel room by like Friday night or whatnot. So, what's up, JP Sullivan? Katrina from North Dakota. We got 2 people from North Dakota, which is awesome. But yeah, you guys, I just want to interact with people, and you know, if I go there and people recognize me and, you know, want to hang out, I'll hang out with anybody, really, unless they're like a straight weirdo and like try to sniff my hair or some shit like that. I got no, that's not happening. But yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm shooting for, and I'll make an announcement, you know, when I do confirm that I am going, just to hang out with people. Like I said, there's some people, and speaking of, you know, when I start naming some names, you guys, Tony Merkel's wife Lindsay is in a hell of a battle, and if you guys could just send prayers, say some prayers for Tony, well, for his wife Lindsay, and then also for him and his family, you know, and also for Martin Groves, Bart and Unley. Say some prayers for those guys, because I mean, they really need it. I know that Martin had surgery and he's out of surgery. He was out of surgery yesterday. That's all I know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what it entails. So yeah, look at all these clowns up here standing in an overpass, probably pulling some bullcrap. What? Yeah, they don't even know what they're talking about. Well, you know, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with people who wear tinfoil hats or you know, wear crystals or what the, you know, I have no problem with any of that stuff. All I know is that too many people report the same thing from across the United States and across the world for things not to be true. And if you've got people from different walks of life in different corners of the world reporting the same thing or something very similar, there's truth to it, you guys. There's truth to it. So that's what I, you know. So, but again, you know, oh, Don, you know Martin Groves. Well, heck yeah, always, you know, always, you know. Like last night, I had a great time on the live with Ron and Daryl. Definitely want to say prayers again for Martin Groves and Barton Unley, and Lindsay Merkel and Tony Merkel. We just want to lift them up, you know, and say prayers for them as well. And it's because, again, you know, guys, Lindsay is she's literally fighting for her life. That's not a saying, that's a fact. She's fighting for her life. And we just hope and pray that God surrounds her with a circle of protection and heals her, gives her strength, gives her courage to fight what's going on. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, you know, like I haven't met Daryl, I haven't met Ron, But every now and again, I'll get a text from Ron, and I'll get messages from Daryl, a couple times a week. I talk with Daryl quite a bit. And you guys, if you didn't catch the live last night, they have, I helped them get their podcast started. Two Real Cryptid Legends. That's the name of the podcast. Two Real Cryptid Legends. Head on over and give them a sub. Again, they have no content, but that is coming. I'm trying to get Ron all squared away and set up on it, and show them how to go live. I know Daryl is going to try to be posting just a welcome video on there, so there is some content, so people can flip on over there, see him, welcome them. What they plan on doing is when they're out investigating, whether they're together or separate, they want to go live on YouTube on their podcast channel, and give you guys a live view of what's going on during their investigation. So I'm not content with no content. Well, I know some people aren't, but we got to do what we got to do. And there are two guys that have given so much to this community, and they haven't really received anything in return. And they're both getting up there in age. I mean, Ron shocked me when he told me he was 80-something years old, and I'm like, what? Ron, there's no way you're 80-something years old, because he doesn't look it. So, Renee still subbed. Well, I'm happy to say that, hey, what's up there, Boone County Cryptids? I know who that person is. But I'm happy to say that I am subscriber number 1 and subscriber number 2 to Ron and Daryl's podcast, Two Real Cryptid Legends. I'm happy to say that. Like I said, I'm sub number 1 and sub number 2. So, but yeah. So again, tomorrow I'll be doing a live show. Time 6:30 Pacific, 7:30 Mountain, 8:30 Central, and 9:30 Eastern. I'm going to be talking about the Canyon incident. There's a lizard man attack out of North Carolina that my co-host Sabrina is going to be checking out and hopefully getting some stuff together for it. I'm trying to find some photographs of the damage to the vehicle that is not copyrighted, so I don't get hit with a copyright. What about Don? What about the Sierra Sounds? Ron who, please? Ron Moorhead, the gentleman who recorded the Sierra Sounds, and yeah. And I don't know. So you guys, I just learned this today. So last night I was watching some Expedition Bigfoot, watching season 3, and they always play like a Bigfoot howl. And I'm like, I've heard that Bigfoot howl before. Where have I heard that? And I'm like, wait a minute, I have that audio. And so that audio of that howl that they played before every episode, that is Daryl Adams. That's his audio. That's the howl that he recorded at Owl Moon Labs. So that I asked him today, I go, hey, I was watching Expedition Bigfoot, and I hear this howl. Is that your howl? Is that recording yours? He's like, yep. They play before every episode. So that's cool, man. So if you guys ever watch that, and you've ever wondered where that howl comes from, that comes from Owl Moon Lab. That's in Oregon, and Daryl Adams caught that one. So yeah, Vicky, if you rewatch the live that I did last night, you'll hear some Sierra sounds. You won't hear any howls, but what you'll hear is samurai chatter. I have 2 different audios that I played, and yeah, I love listening to them. Sometimes I'll just sit while I'm down working on logos, T-shirt art, things like that. Maybe editing an episode. Then I'll usually just start playing things on a loop. And so I really like listening to them. Because, believe it or not, man, it gives me inspiration. It sounds kind of weird, but it gives me inspiration. So when I'm working on something, I kind of get stuck creatively. I just listen to those, and I don't know, it just kind of stirs thought in my head. So oh yeah, I bet. What's up there, Ray Sting? How's it going, buddy? You on the road right now? So, I'm also looking for more Dogman encounters. Those of you who are part of the Cryptid crew, big favor. If you guys come across any stories, send them my way. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm almost addicted to Reddit. I could sit there and just read stories after stories. And a lot of times I find myself reading a lot of the comments. Some of them are pretty funny. But what really sucks is that I come across some of these stories, and now I'm like, oh man, I really want to reach out to this person and get a hold of this person to see if they want to come on the show. And so when I try to reply to it, it's like the story's still there, but you can no longer reply to it. It's like archived or something like that. So yeah. Yeah, again, one of my bucket list guests is definitely Martin Groves, Barton Unley. So another one of my bucket list guests. I have a tentative yes from this guest for fall, because right now they are very busy this time of year. So that's what I'm definitely going to be doing. So, but I'm also looking for everyday, ordinary people like you and me to come on the show and tell their stories. Yeah, I mean, and then I have a previous guest that I'm reaching out to. I'm probably going to reach out to him when I get home and see if they want to come on the show again. I tried to get him for my 50th show, but you guys, I haven't got them all posted yet or scheduled yet, but I'm like at 72 or 73 episodes. I'll be at 100 episodes really soon. So, but again, I'm also out there looking for, the Cryptid crew. Again, if you guys come across anything that's interesting, I know some people do send me stuff, and I have reached out to people that they suggested at times. Unfortunately, no replies, but again, it's the law of averages. You send out 100 emails, you hope one sends one back. I mean, those aren't great odds, but it's something. Jeff, Renee, I don't know who that is. Yeah, I know Wyatt. I know I need to get Kumbo Baker. I would love to get a hold of Kumbo Baker, but I don't know how to get a hold of Kumbo Baker. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I don't want to. I don't know what his availability is. I've heard different stories. I've heard, one, he doesn't do interviews. Two, I've heard that he does do interviews. So, you're hitting 50 episodes in 2 weeks, Jeff? Oh, yeah. Well, now, I don't know, Don, because like a Word document, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Because every time I try to do it, it makes me subscribe to like Windows or whatever, Office or something like that. And I'm not paying that amount of money. unless it's like a one-time fee, but I don't think it's a one-time fee, just to have Excel and Word and things like that, You guys, I'm making good time. I'm making really good time. I'm probably going to get home about 20 minutes early than I normally do because of all that road construction and stuff. It's just traffic is moving pretty cool, pretty smooth. I mean, just right outside work on that highway that I have to take, that interstate, it's where it's really congested, but I'm really surprised on this other interstate that I take, it wasn't really congested. So typed in an email. I mean, if you send me an email, like, to my Gmail account, to the Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com, the Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com, yeah, I can open up that and look at it, and then I can probably just copy and paste it into a Google Doc. Are they already typed out in a document? Is it a PDF document, or is it just a regular Word document where you can copy and paste it into an email? Because if you copy and paste it into an email, I'll get it, and then I'll just copy and paste it into a Word doc and then read it. And if it doesn't flow, because I read at a certain cadence, and so I've taken stories that I've seen online, and I've gotten stories from other people, and I've put them in a Word document and just kind of restructured it where it's the same story. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm not taking anything away. But what I'm trying to do is just this freaking car. Sorry guys, you're gonna see Dano Road Rage in a second. I'm gonna road warrior this dude. He's got this little crappy Toyota Corolla, and he's trying to squeeze me out. So, oh yeah, he's gonna be one of these guys. But oh well. Okay, my email address 100 more times. I will give you guys my email address as many times as you want me to. My email address is the Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. The Cryptid Podcast 72 at gmail.com. I'm just waiting. Yeah, it's going to be hard. I mean, I'm just trying to make a right-hand turn, and these cars they're going slow, but then they speed up when they see two people. All right, here we go. But anyway, so yeah, I'm down for anything you guys want to send me where it's not gross or inappropriate. Yeah, so. But, yeah, so tonight, I'm going to be working on the thumbnail for the live show. And again, you guys, I also look for you guys' feedback on any of the thumbnails you see that I put with the episodes that I post. If there's something more you'd like to see or anything like that, different colors, different, pictures, I'm working with different AI software to create my thumbnails, that type of stuff. And also, just if you guys do post on the episode and you kind of post part of an encounter in the comments on that episode, always go back and look, because you guys, I read all the comments. I try to give you guys thumbs ups and hearts and sometimes comments. But if you posted like part of one of your encounters or something like that, always go back a day or so later to see if I replied back, because I normally do. Like, I had a couple people that posted, and I went back and said, hey, I'd love to see you, or I'd like to hear more. Would you be willing to come on the show? And no reply back, but sometimes people do reply. Yeah, I know you have. Absolutely, I know you have. But you experienced it live, or was that Roger? I know someone. I think it was you, Jeff. I think it was you that somebody got on live with you guys and started showing his schmeckle. So, yeah, what a clown. I mean, when I did lives. Oh, and by the way, lives with Josh. Those are going to be starting back up. So on Mysteries we just have it penciled in for this Thursday. And the reason you guys haven't seen any lives where I'm the co-host on Mysteries Unknown is Josh has literally been working 80 hours a week, and he just does not have time. And that's why you haven't seen Josh as a co-host on my lives on Saturday nights, because he just hasn't had time. Yeah, I know, Ray, it's disgusting. And if I would have, I would like to find someone like that and that did that and give him the what for and how to, Yeah, I know it was you. I just remembered it was you. Ape Canyon is nothing compared to what? I really like your original thumbnail pic. We recognized it now. Are you talking about for last night lives, Kristen? Oh, hey, I'll tell you right now, Kristen, you had some amazing questions last night. I loved them. Thank you so much for being so proactive. And again, that's for everybody who joined last night. Thank you so much for being so proactive in the chat and asking questions. Anybody who asked questions, I know there's a couple of them in here who did. Outstanding. Thank you. And, Ron really enjoyed them. Daryl really enjoyed them. So, and again, that's what makes, I think that's what sets my chat apart from a lot of other podcasts. Now, I'm lucky enough to have been on a couple of podcasts where their chat was really, really active, and I love seeing that. But I've also, jumped in the chat on a couple of podcasts, and their chat was like their hosts didn't even interact from the time that I was there. They never interacted with the chat, and there wasn't really a bunch of subject matter related chat. So you guys, I am now home, so I am going to say goodbye, and just be prepared for check out your Facebook groups that you're in, and I will be posting the live announcement for tomorrow night. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on, spending 49 minutes with me on my way home. I truly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the chat tomorrow night. God bless you guys. Remember, like Josh always says, stay prayed up. And as always, as I like to say, you guys remember, a legend always starts with a sighting. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.